For many years, Rachael Ray was one of the most familiar faces on television. Her energy, quick recipes, and approachable personality made audiences feel as if they were cooking with a close friend rather than watching a celebrity chef. She created a style that felt natural and welcoming, turning simple meals into moments families could share together. Viewers connected with her because she never presented herself as perfect or distant. Instead, she brought warmth, humor, and honesty into kitchens across America. Over time, she built more than just a television career. She created magazines, cookbooks, kitchen products, and television programs that reflected her personal style and love for food. Her success came from consistency and authenticity rather than glamour. Yet even people who appear cheerful and successful on television face difficult seasons in life. In recent years, Rachael Ray has experienced major personal and professional changes that led many fans to wonder how she was truly doing behind the scenes. While rumors spread online, the deeper story became less about celebrity gossip and more about resilience, family, loss, and rebuilding after hardship. The end of an era on television. In 2023, Rachael Ray officially ended her daytime television show after 17 successful seasons. The program had become a familiar part of everyday life for millions of viewers who tuned in for recipes, celebrity interviews, and practical conversations. Ending a long-running show is never easy, especially one that becomes part of a person's identity. For Rachael Ray, however, the decision represented growth rather than defeat. She explained that her interests had shifted and that she wanted to explore new creative opportunities outside the traditional daytime format. Although many fans were surprised, she viewed the change as a chance to regain creative freedom and focus on projects that felt more personal. After spending years inside a studio environment, she wanted to create content that reflected her real life and passions. The conclusion of the show also marked the end of a major chapter in television history. Few daytime programs maintain relevance for nearly 2 decades, yet hers managed to remain successful because audiences trusted her authenticity. Even after the final episode aired, her connection with viewers remained strong despite changing platforms, reinventing herself through new projects. After stepping away from daytime television, Rachael Ray quickly began developing new projects through her production company. Rather than disappearing from public life, she focused on creating content that felt more intimate and genuine. Her new programs centered around cooking in her actual homes instead of a polished studio set, allowing audiences to see a more personal side of her daily life. These shows highlighted relaxed family moments, simple meals, and conversations that reflected her real experiences. Viewers saw her husband participating in the kitchen and experienced an atmosphere that felt comfortable instead of overly produced. This transition represented a major professional shift because she was no longer simply a television personality working for a network. She became a business owner with greater control over her creative direction. While some longtime fans struggled to follow her to new platforms, Rachael Ray remained active and productive. She continued writing, filming, and building projects behind the scenes. Her reinvention proved that successful careers can evolve over time and that stepping away from familiar routines sometimes creates opportunities for something even more meaningful and authentic. Why fans thought she had disappeared. Despite continuing to work regularly, many viewers believed Rachael Ray had vanished from public life after her daytime show ended. The confusion largely came from changes in television habits and the way audiences consume entertainment today. For years, fans knew exactly where and when to find her every afternoon. Once that routine disappeared, some assumed she had retired or stepped away entirely. Her newer projects did not receive the same level of promotion as her daytime program, which made the transition even harder for casual viewers to follow. In interviews, Rachael Ray expressed frustration with the idea that she had disappeared because she felt busier than ever. She explained that she had simply changed networks and focused on different types of programming. Yet in modern media culture, visibility often shapes public perception more than reality. If audiences do not constantly see someone in familiar settings, they begin creating their own assumptions. For Rachael Ray, this misunderstanding became the starting point for larger rumors about her health, career, and personal life. Unfortunately, speculation often spreads faster online than facts or thoughtful explanations ever can. Conversations about her health. As Rachael Ray appeared in videos and public events following her television transition, some fans noticed changes in her voice and speaking patterns. Social media quickly became filled with conversations and assumptions about her health. While many comments came from genuine concern, Others crossed into unfair speculation. People attempted to diagnose her based solely on short video clips and interviews, which created a stressful public narrative. Rachael Ray eventually addressed some of the concerns herself, explaining that dental issues had affected her speech during certain appearances. She also acknowledged experiencing physical falls that impacted her well-being for a period of time. However, she chose not to publicly discuss every detail of her private health matters. Her response reflected an important boundary that public figures often struggle to maintain. Although audiences feel connected to celebrities, they are not automatically entitled to every medical detail of a person's life. Through it all, Rachael Ray continued working, filming, and appearing at events. Her focus remained on her projects rather than online speculation. The situation revealed how quickly public concern can become overwhelming in the age of social media and constant commentary. Living through public scrutiny. Being a public figure often means living under constant observation, where even small changes become major discussion topics online. Rachael Ray experienced this reality intensely during recent years as conversations about her appearance, speech, and health spread rapidly across social media platforms. What may have been ordinary challenges or temporary struggles became amplified through endless speculation. For someone who built her career on relatability and openness, this level of attention likely created emotional pressure. Public scrutiny can make private experiences feel impossible to process quietly. Every interview, photograph, or video clip becomes something people analyze and debate. Despite this, Rachael Ray rarely responded defensively. Instead, she continued focusing on her work and personal priorities. Her calm approach showed resilience during a time when many celebrities would have withdrawn entirely from public life. The situation also highlighted a larger issue in modern entertainment culture, where audiences sometimes forget that famous individuals are still human beings dealing with ordinary difficulties. Aging, stress, exhaustion, and personal loss affect everyone differently. Through the noise of public speculation, Rachael Ray continued trying to maintain normalcy while carrying burdens most viewers never fully understood. The heartbreaking loss of her mother. One of the most emotional moments in Rachael Ray's recent life came with the passing of her mother, Elsa Scuderi, in late 2025. The loss deeply affected her because her mother had played a central role in shaping both her personal values and professional identity. Food, family, and hard work were lessons Rachael learned long before television cameras entered her life. In interviews, she spoke openly about the grief she experienced while also expressing deep gratitude for the time they shared together. Her mother passed away peacefully at home surrounded by family, something Rachael described as meaningful and comforting despite the sadness. Rather than focusing only on pain, she reflected on the beautiful memories they created over decades together. She recalled spending her mother's final days sharing stories and celebrating the life they had lived side by side. That perspective revealed emotional maturity and strength. Grief often contains both heartbreak and appreciation at the same time. For Rachael Ray, losing her mother was not only the loss of a parent but also the loss of the person who inspired her love of cooking, hospitality, and determination throughout her entire career. Surviving a devastating house fire. In 2020, Rachael Ray and her husband experienced a devastating house fire that destroyed much of their longtime home in upstate New York. The tragedy happened during an already stressful period when the world was dealing with the uncertainty of the pandemic. Fortunately, they escaped safely after a neighbor noticed flames and warned them in time. However, the emotional impact of losing a home was enormous. The fire destroyed years of memories, personal belongings, handwritten notes, and irreplaceable items connected to both her career and private life. For anyone, watching a home disappear is heartbreaking. For someone whose home represented creativity, family gatherings, and comfort, the loss carried even deeper meaning. Yet despite the destruction, Rachael Ray continued working almost immediately. She filmed cooking segments from a nearby guest house while reconstruction efforts began around her. Her determination reflected the same practical resilience audiences had always seen on television. Instead of allowing tragedy to stop her entirely, she adapted to new circumstances and kept moving forward. The experience became another example of how quickly life can change and how strength often appears during moments people never expect to face. Rebuilding after disaster. After the fire destroyed much of her home, Rachael Ray faced the difficult process of rebuilding both physically and emotionally. Reconstructing a house is never simply about replacing walls or furniture. Homes carry memories, routines, and emotional connections that cannot easily be recreated. Rachael described the experience of watching debris removed from the property while trying to continue working and living nearby. The rebuilding process required patience, flexibility, and emotional endurance. At the same time, she remained committed to her projects and responsibilities despite the chaos surrounding her personal life. Her ability to continue working during such circumstances impressed many people who followed her journey. Rather than presenting herself as a victim, she focused on recovery and gratitude. She openly acknowledged the sadness of losing meaningful possessions while also appreciating the opportunity to rebuild. This balance between grief and determination became a recurring theme throughout her recent experiences. Rebuilding after disaster often changes people permanently because it forces them to reevaluate what truly matters. For Rachael Ray, the process seemed to strengthen her appreciation for family, stability, and the simple comforts of home that cannot be replaced by success or public recognition alone. Another blow from nature. Just as Rachael Ray was recovering from the house fire and reconstruction efforts, another disaster struck. Hurricane Ida caused severe flooding in New York City, damaging her apartment shortly after renovations had been completed. The situation felt especially frustrating because so much time and effort had already gone into restoring the property. Water damage affected major parts of the apartment, creating another exhausting cycle of repairs and disruptions. To make matters worse, additional flooding occurred during restoration work, causing even more complications. Experiencing one major home disaster can leave lasting stress, but enduring multiple incidents within a short period can become emotionally overwhelming. Yet once again, Rachael Ray continued moving forward publicly with surprising composure. While many people would understandably step away from work entirely after repeated setbacks, she remained active and productive. Her experiences revealed the reality that difficult seasons often arrive all at once rather than separately. Personal loss, professional transitions, and unexpected disasters can overlap in ways that test even the strongest individuals. Through repeated challenges, she demonstrated adaptability and perseverance, qualities that became increasingly important as her life continued changing both publicly and privately. The support of her husband. Throughout years filled with professional changes and personal hardship, Rachael Ray's husband, John Cusimano, remained a steady presence beside her. Their relationship has often attracted public curiosity because they both have strong personalities and lead busy, creative lives. However, difficult experiences such as fires, floods, and grief appeared to strengthen their bond rather than weaken it. In interviews, Rachael Ray described their marriage as passionate, honest, and emotionally direct. Instead of avoiding conflict, they communicate openly and resolve disagreements quickly. This level of honesty may be one reason their relationship has endured for so many years despite intense public attention. John also became more visible in her newer projects, appearing naturally in kitchen scenes and family moments. Their interactions felt relaxed and authentic rather than carefully scripted for television. During periods when rumors and speculation surrounded Rachael Ray, the stability of her marriage provided reassurance to many fans. Relationships often reveal their true strength during difficult times, and the challenges they faced together demonstrated resilience built through mutual support and understanding. Their partnership became an important source of comfort while navigating uncertainty, loss, and constant public attention over recent years. Moving beyond rumors and gossip. Like many celebrities, Rachael Ray has faced years of rumors and tabloid speculation about her personal life and marriage. Stories about relationship problems or secret conflicts occasionally appeared in media headlines, often without credible evidence. Over time, she and her husband chose not to let gossip control their lives or public image. Instead of responding dramatically to every rumor, they focused on their relationship privately and continued supporting each other publicly. This approach likely helped them maintain stability despite constant outside opinions. Public figures often discover that rumors never completely disappear, especially in entertainment industries built around attention and controversy. Yet responding emotionally to every accusation can create even more unnecessary drama. Rachael Ray's decision to continue living openly and authentically may have been her strongest response of all. Her newer shows allowed audiences to see genuine moments inside her daily life, which contrasted sharply with exaggerated stories circulating online. Over time, many viewers recognized the difference between speculation and reality. the situation highlighted how easily public narratives can become distorted when people rely on gossip rather than facts. Through it all, Rachael Ray remained focused on family, work, and rebuilding rather than defending herself against endless assumptions. Finding freedom in a new career chapter, one of the most important changes in Rachael Ray's recent life has been her transition from television personality to creative business partner. After years of working within traditional daytime television structures, she embraced a role that offered greater independence and flexibility. Through her production company and partnerships with networks, she gained more control over the stories she wanted to tell and the environments in which she wanted to work. This freedom allowed her to move away from highly structured studio programming and toward projects that felt more personal. Filming inside her own homes created a relaxed atmosphere where viewers could experience a more genuine side of her life. Rather than trying to compete with younger television trends, she focused on authenticity and connection. This transition also reflected confidence in her experience and instincts after decades in entertainment. Reinvention can feel risky, especially for public figures whose audiences expect familiarity. However, Rachael Ray seemed energized by the opportunity to evolve creatively. Her willingness to adapt demonstrated that successful careers do not always follow predictable paths. Sometimes stepping away from what is comfortable creates space for more meaningful and fulfilling work. Returning to her Italian roots, Italy has always held deep emotional significance for Rachael Ray because of her family heritage and lifelong connection to Italian cooking. Her grandfather's influence introduced her to flavors, traditions, and food experiences that shaped her understanding of hospitality from childhood. In recent years, spending more time in Tuscany allowed her to reconnect with those roots in a meaningful way. Her newer programs featured cooking in Italian kitchens, surrounded by landscapes and traditions that inspired her culinary style long before television fame arrived. This return to Italy felt less like a career strategy and more like a personal journey coming full circle. Food has always been tied to memory, identity, and family for her, and Italy represented all those things together. Audiences responded positively to the warmth and simplicity of these settings because they reflected genuine passion rather than performance. Watching her cook in Tuscany offered viewers a quieter and more reflective version of Rachael Ray, while still preserving the energy and joy they had always loved. The experience also showed how returning to familiar roots can provide comfort and clarity during periods of major personal transition and emotional change. The reality of aging in public. One reason conversations around Rachael Ray became so intense is because society often struggles with watching public figures age naturally. Women in entertainment especially face unrealistic expectations regarding appearance, energy, and visibility. Any physical change quickly becomes the subject of speculation, criticism, or concern. Rachael Ray built her career during a period when audiences expected television personalities to maintain constant energy and familiarity year after year. As time passed, natural changes in appearance and health became impossible to avoid, yet public expectations remained unfairly rigid. Her experiences highlighted how difficult it can be for women to evolve publicly without becoming targets for commentary. Aging is a normal part of life, but celebrity culture frequently treats it as something shocking or problematic. Despite this pressure, Rachael Ray continued appearing publicly without pretending to be unchanged by time or experience. Her willingness to remain visible while navigating personal hardships demonstrated courage. Instead of disappearing quietly, she embraced new opportunities and continued sharing parts of her life with audiences. In many ways, her recent journey reflected not decline but transformation, showing that growth often looks different than people expect when they are used to seeing someone one particular way. Creating more honest conversations. Rachael Ray's podcast project reflected her desire to engage in deeper and more honest conversations than traditional daytime television often allows. The format gave her freedom to discuss life experiences, challenges, creativity, and emotional struggles in a less scripted environment. Rather than focusing solely on recipes or celebrity entertainment, she explored more personal and reflective topics with guests from different backgrounds. This shift matched the broader changes happening in her life as she moved toward authenticity and independence. Podcasts also allowed audiences to hear her in a more relaxed setting where conversations could unfold naturally without strict television time limits. Although the project experienced pauses and production delays, it still represented an important creative direction for her. She seemed interested not only in entertaining audiences, but also in connecting with them on a more meaningful level. After years spent in polished studio environments, these unscripted conversations revealed another side of her personality. The project demonstrated her willingness to evolve creatively rather than remain trapped by expectations built during earlier phases of her career. Even when plans changed or production slowed, the desire for genuine communication remained central to her work. Strength through difficult seasons. The last several years tested Rachael Ray in deeply personal ways. Career transitions, public scrutiny, disasters affecting her homes, health speculation, and the loss of her mother all arrived within a relatively short period of time. For many people, even one of these experiences would feel overwhelming. Facing them together required enormous emotional strength. Yet through every challenge, she continued working, creating, and showing up publicly with determination. Her resilience did not come from pretending life was easy. Instead, it came from acknowledging hardship while continuing forward anyway. That balance between vulnerability and strength became one of the most powerful aspects of her recent journey. She openly discussed grief, stress, and exhaustion at times, but she also emphasized gratitude and perseverance. This perspective likely resonated with many people facing difficulties in their own lives. Public success does not protect anyone from pain, uncertainty, or loss. In fact, navigating those experiences under public attention may make them even harder. Rachael Ray's story ultimately became less about rumors and more about endurance. Her ability to rebuild repeatedly after emotional and physical setbacks revealed a level of resilience that audiences may not have fully appreciated during earlier, easier chapters of her career. A career still moving forward. Despite years of rumors suggesting decline or disappearance, Rachael Ray's career continues evolving in meaningful ways. She remains involved in television production, food culture, publishing, and creative partnerships while exploring projects that reflect her personal interests more closely than ever before. Her newer work may not dominate daytime television in the same way her talk show once did, but influence is not always measured by ratings alone. She has built a lasting legacy through decades of consistency, relatability, and hard work. Many viewers who grew up watching her still feel emotionally connected to her style and personality. The transition into more personal projects also suggests a healthier balance between professional demands and private life. Rather than maintaining non-stop studio schedules, she now appears focused on creativity, family, travel, and meaningful storytelling. This evolution may ultimately give her greater long-term satisfaction than remaining inside traditional television structures. Careers naturally change over time, especially after decades in public life. What matters most is whether a person continues finding purpose and fulfillment in new chapters. By that measure, Rachael Ray's story appears far from over. She continues adapting, creating, and building a future on her own terms. Why her story resonates with people. Rachael Ray's recent journey resonates with so many people because it reflects universal human experiences beneath the celebrity headlines. Most individuals understand grief, uncertainty, change, and the challenge of rebuilding after disappointment. While audiences may never experience public scrutiny on the same scale, they recognize the emotional realities behind those moments. Her story reminds people that success does not remove hardship from life. Even individuals who appear joyful and accomplished can struggle privately with loss, stress, and exhaustion. Yet her experiences also demonstrate resilience, gratitude, and the importance of continuing forward despite setbacks. Fans who followed her career for years likely feel connected not just to her recipes but also to the consistency and comfort she represented in everyday life. Watching her navigate difficult seasons with honesty and determination created a different kind of connection, one rooted in shared humanity rather than entertainment alone. In the end, the most meaningful part of her story may not be the rumors, television changes, or headlines. It may simply be the image of a woman continuing to cook, create, love, and rebuild while facing the same complicated emotions that shape every human life in different ways.